if we could. Let's start with some of your work during COVID. Case you list here, Capitol Hill Baptist Church versus Bowser. Do you remember that case?
Yes, Senator.
You remember working on that case?
Yes, Senator.
This was a case involving the district's lockdown policies that shut down churches in the district. Is that correct?
It concerned litigation over provision of the lockdown policies. The policies restricted all types of activity in the district.
All types of activity in the district?
Yes, Senator.
Did it restrict mass protests in the district?
Well, it restricted activities that one normally expected, including work, going to stores. It also did include these provisions that were challenged concerning churches.
So it exempted unusual or unlikely activities that's in the statute, that's in the ordinance?
When the mayor was enacting these orders at the outset of the pandemic, I think she was trying to be as comprehensive as she could.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a powerful moment from the Senate floor where Senator Josh Hawley grills a judicial nominee over key religious liberty issues. This wasn't your typical back and forth. It was a full-on examination of constitutional rights and how they intersect with pandemic policies. Senator Hawley demands answers on why churches were locked down while other gatherings were permitted.
Hawley?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to all of the nominees. Judge Ali Khan, I think last time you and I visited, it was before the Homeland Security Committee. And I asked you a number of questions there, you, including some for the record, you answered those, which I appreciated. One question that I ask you, and I ask every nominee actually on that committee and this one, is whether or not the nominee has ever litigated against a religious liberty claim. Usually the answer to that's no. In your case, you answered yes, and you listed 5 different cases over a period of years actually in which you have litigated against individuals or churches' religious liberty claims. So let's just talk about a few of those if we could. Let's start with some of your work during COVID. Case you list here, Capitol Hill Baptist Church versus Bowser. Do you remember that case?
Yes, Senator.
You remember working on that case?
Yes, Senator.
This was a case involving the district's lockdown policies that shut down churches in the district. Is that correct?
It concerned litigation over provision of the lockdown policies. The policies restricted all types of activity in the district.
All types of activity in the district?
Yes, Senator.
Did it restrict mass protests in the district?
Well, it restricted activities that one normally expected, including work, going to stores. It also did include these provisions that were challenged concerning churches.
So it exempted unusual or unlikely activities that's in the statute, that's in the ordinance?
When the mayor was enacting these orders at the outset of the pandemic, I think she was trying to be as comprehensive as she could, and the order did restrict a number of daily activities of district residents.
But it exempted mass protests?
I don't believe it said anything one way or another.
Can you point me to the text where it exempted mass protests?
I don't believe it said anything one way or another.
Of course it didn't, because it didn't exempt mass protests, right? You know that.
I think it was silent on the issue because I don't believe it was contemplated by the mayor's office.
Ah, so you think that mass protests should be in a different category than religious observances? Is that your position?
I think if there were protests on the book, then the mayor might have thought about that when she was enacting the COVID-19 restrictions. But I think she was trying to protect public health.
So you think it's fine to say to religious people that they are prohibited from gathering outside, wearing a mask, socially distanced. They can't do it. But if you want to come and protest, defund the police, if you want to support that, that's fine. You can gather en masse, person to person, close up, thousands of people. That's okay. That discrimination's okay. That is your position?
Senator, that is not my position.
It was your position. It's what you argued.
I did not write these orders. What I said.
You defended it in court. And you just articulated to me what I take to be your position.
What I was doing in the Capitol Hill Baptist Church was defending the mayor, my client, against a constitutional challenge to one aspect of the COVID-19 restrictions. We understood that strict...
Let's break down the conversation, the arguments, and what this could mean for our First Amendment rights. During the COVID-19 pandemic, several cities issued lockdown orders to protect public health. These policies often included restrictions on religious gatherings, but there was controversy when mass protests, like those supporting social justice causes, were allowed to continue without restrictions. This created a serious question: were churches being unfairly targeted, and were First Amendment rights being compromised under the guise of public health? As he asks, did you really think it was okay to let protests go on but ban church gatherings? Hawley is setting the stage for what he believes is an unconstitutional double standard. Why did you argue that religious gatherings posed more of a risk than protests? Why did you persist in defending discrimination on religious grounds? Hawley's disappointment is clear. He's disturbed by the arguments made to uphold policies that he sees as selectively restricting religious freedoms. Judge Alicon tries to defend her position, stating that she was representing her client, the mayor, and following the advice of public health officials. She explains that singing in close gatherings could increase transmission risk. However, Hawley remains unsatisfied, pointing out the lack of scientific evidence and calling it a discriminatory policy without foundation. This back and forth really highlights the tension between following public health advice and protecting individual rights. In the end, Senator Hawley makes it clear he won't support Judge Alicon's nomination. This hearing isn't just about one case, it's a reflection of a larger debate about the balance between public health measures and constitutional freedoms. It raises crucial questions about how we navigate our rights during emergencies. Let me know in the comments where you stand on this. Should churches have been treated the same as protests during the lockdowns? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into moments like this one. See you in the next video.